Hello everyone, and today I am going to show you how to do the circle background on this vase page that I'm working on in World of Flowers. I have also left two little flowers here that I'm going to color so I can show you how I completed those.
So I'm going to be using the Steadtler Ergosoft pencils. For this next particular flower, I'm going to be using the 15762. It's kind of the light lavender, and this is the 36 count set. You can find it on Amazon. So because it's a little clear vase, we're just going to color it lightly here, just around the edge. And unlike this one, there's not a line that shows that there is any water in there, so I'm actually just going to leave it as is. Next, I am going to be using the 1575 green here for the stem. Followed by 15750, kind of a lighter green. Back to the 1575. And the 15750. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of gel pen for that part there. And then I'm going to make the petals yellow. We are going to start with the 15749. Do a little bit at the base here. I like to use three colors a lot to kind of help give the flower a depth. So we're going to have two more colors we're going to add here. Next I am going to use the 15716. Very lightly. Followed by the 1571, the yellow that's in that set. And then I'm going to go over it again with a slightly darker color, the 15749 again. And then again with the yellow, the 1571. And that flower is complete, and then we're going to do this one, and we are going to do a slightly green vase. Just think of it as colored glass. And that was the 15750. Next we are going to use this sort of aqua color, the 15735. just coloring very lightly. Followed up by the 15710, the kind of lighter yellow. Then we are going to use the 15738, which is my tiny pencil. I like this color. Followed by the 15756, kind of a lime green. And then for the flower itself, we are going to start with, actually, we are going to start with the 15729. It's kind of a red color. Followed by the 15723. Just a little bit. And then the 15725. And we're going to use just a little bit of the 15710. Just a tiny bit. And then we're going to bring back the 15729. And then jump right to the 15725. And lastly, a little bit of gold embellishment at the end. Oh, and I'm realizing I missed a little leaf. There we go. Okay, now that we have all of the flowers on this shelf covered, we're going to go ahead and start in on the background. And for the background, I use this handy little tool here. You can use it to make circles. So for the background, I'm going to use this handy little tool here, and I use these little circles to get consistent shapes, and it helps keep everything even and keeps everything the same size. And we will be using, let's see, we will be using this one here, the 4/8 circle. You can do them smaller if you like, but for this picture I chose to do slightly larger. And for the pencils, we are going to be using the 15725, the 15750, the, let's see, this one is the 15710. also the 15735, and lastly the 15730. So we have 5 colors. We've got kind of a light blue, an aqua, a lighter yellow, a lighter green, and this lighter pink. So what we are going to do first is we'll start on this end here. We're going to use the 4/8 circle. I'm just going to pick my first color. I also try to keep in mind the colors of the vases so that I keep a balance of colors. So since I've got this green one here, I am going to start with the pink. And I just lightly, very lightly, and to clarify again, the pink is the 15725. But I lightly start my circle. You can see it there. Got a nice light little circle. And because these vases are, well, in my head, these are clear, I need to make sure that the circle continues through the vase because it's going to be in the back. When I color these in, I also like to leave the ruler here down so that I don't accidentally go outside my circle, and it helps tell me where the rest of the circle is going to be also. So we are just going to very lightly color where it's behind the vase, and then we can start going just a little bit darker on the area outside the vase. So then I'll take the same pink. I won't move on to a new color yet. And I decide where I want the next one, which I want it here. So, because I have the circle, I know exactly where it's going to go. We're going to follow it around because these vases are clear. Skip over the leaves here. And then we're going to very lightly color on the vase and the purple vase. And then I can see where my other lines are here, so I can just follow it up with these white spaces here. Let's see, and as I'm moving along, I've got this big pink vase here, so I don't necessarily want to put a pink circle right behind that one. So I'll grab one of the other colors. We've already got some blue and green and aqua and yellow right there. So I'm going to choose this spot here where there is no yellow. And I am going to use the 15710. And add my circle here. And my yellow circle there. We're going to add one right here in this little space. And we're going to take our aqua. I'm going to put it here. So basically what I do for the rest of the background is I try to balance the colors so I don't have too many of the same color next to each other or too many of the same color next to the vases. It can't be helped sometimes because you're only using 5 colors, and well, in this instance I've done a lot of different colors in all the vases. So you know, you can see up here that I don't have it completely filled. There are some white spaces. So just use your judgment on where you decide to put your circles here. So, I mean, we've got some, this is more of a green color and the purple, and you've got the pink and the yellow, so I feel like this would be a good place for an aqua. And I do overlap the circles. So again, it's a clear vase, so I'm going to continue my circle here. Very lightly color where the vases are. Then fill this in. So a lot of your circles will overlap, but you're coloring so lightly, so it doesn't blend too much. Just gives you that nice overlap of colors. In case you're wondering why I keep going back and forth, it's because as I go along, I look at where all the colors are to make sure there is a good balance, no big dips. I kind of want to have a fairly consistent background, but I also want to have balanced color. So if I feel like maybe it needs a little bit something more, I go back and I add it. And there you have it, my little circle background. As you can see, I still have one more row to go here, but that gives you an idea of how I accomplished that. Pretty simple, as long as you've got the right tools. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments.